211, 41 for 1. That game came to mind because it was a similar score Pakistan were defending. It was played in Sharjah. And 150 odd for 3, 33 overs, maybe Sangakkara half century, Jayawardene half century still in the middle. And as we do, we look for fans involved in the game. Nicely timed, a lot of work for Kamil Mishara to do. And they pan to a fan who had hands together. And I just happened to say, Sangakkara's there, 50. Jayawardene is there, 17 overs to go. I just said, prayers are not going to help Pakistan. Oops. Half an hour later, Sri Lanka 170 something all out. And I've learned by experience, watch your mouth.
Great stuff, Russ. A fielder on the boundary. Well, amongst the Pakistani fans also, Azim next to us gets stuck in whenever he gets in the
But the good thing, the positive, that is lots of fans with great sense of humor. They see it in the light-hearted Wayne. That's what's nice.
It's always got to be that. It has to be light-hearted. It always has to be, yes, pun intended, but well, Russ, why don't we take you back 14 years ago? Once again, run us through, please.
There you go. 153 for 3 it was. Jayawardene, Sangakkara, look, half centuries. 155 for 3 when that game changed just after a smart comment.
Then was in the chase down Pakistan 46 for 1. Pakistan came out, but it was runs only from one end. Fakhar Zaman got it from the middle of the bat. Hasibullah struggled. 12 ball duck. Fakhar Zaman continues on his merry. There may be a chance there. Very hard to call it one. Babar Azam is coming off a blistering 100. Now 14 between Fakhar and Babar. Plenty of boundaries, 38 of 36 between them. Alex Worf will signal the start of the second power play. 4 fielders can now patrol the boundary. Overs 11 to 40.
Not an express dominant start, but a solid one nevertheless.
He appears to be that sort of a bowler, tall, high arm action, who just comes and hits the surface hard and would want to hold the length, put pressure on, try and dry up the runs to Pakistan. Maybe if he gets one to nip off the surface, find the edge.
KK Malinga Dharmasena, Ishan Malinga Dharmasena. Mahesh Theekshana back on the park, so that's a good thing for Sri Lanka. Will probably be needed along with Jeffrey Van der Say.
Exquisite once again from Babar Azam. A classical cover drive also brings up Pakistan's 50.
The extra pace of Ishan Malinga just working in Babar Azam's favour. Just slides on, he hits through the line. Really good shot from Babar Azam, but another point I'd like to highlight here is watch his footwork. The transfer of weight, which was very much non-existent when the Sri Lankans were batting, and that caused their downfall. Unable to access areas they wanted, wickets that fell.
You make a great point. It was one of the features that does distinctly look different from both sides, especially when you compare Babar Azam dismissal earlier on in the day, Kusal Mendes, feet getting stuck at the crease. Gets bowled because the feet really don't go anywhere, ends up throwing the bat at it. When you look at his feet, it's a forward press, but it doesn't really go anywhere. The stride doesn't come forward, and he's bowled through the gate. You look at Babar Azam in the last couple of innings. In fact, even in the first one, weight transfer, and that's because the foot goes towards and in the direction of the pitch of the ball. Once again, an example of that.
Look, Pakistan had extra pace. They used the short ball well. Batters pushed on to the back foot and then
हैकर्स को देख के मैंने कई बार सोचा आखिर ये बनते कैसे हैं, फिर सोचा छोड़ो यार, आईटी वालों का काम है, मुझसे नहीं होगा। बट गेस व्हाट, एथिकल हैकिंग सीखने के लिए नहीं, बस थोड़ी सी क्यूरियोसिटी की जरूरत होती है। वो कैसे? बिना आईटी डिग्री के भी हम जैसे लोग एथिकल हैकिंग सीख सकते हैं। बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज एथिकल हैकर्स को डेटा सिक्योरिटी के लिए लाखों रुपए पे करती है, एंड यू कैन बी द नेक्स्ट एथिकल हैकर। और एथिकल हैकिंग सीखते ही तुम्हारी पूरी फीस वापस कर देगा ये प्लेटफॉर्म ट्यूड्यू। बस 699 की फीस पे करो और कोर्स कंप्लीट होने के बाद तुम्हारी पूरी फीस वापस। ये तो बहुत सही है, लेकिन फीस लेके वापस क्यों? क्योंकि एक कमिटमेंट की तरह है आपके एंड से दैट यू विल एक्चुअली लर्न, वरना फ्री की चीज की कौन ही वैल्यू करता है। और ये इनिशिएटिव आईआईटी दिल्ली एलुमनी का है, और यहाँ तुम्हें इंस्टेंट मेंटरशिप मिलेगी, और रिफंड के बाद भी कोर्स का लाइफ टाइम एक्सेस आपके पास ही रहेगा, और प्रोजेक्ट्स के हेल्प से यहाँ पे आपका रेज्यूमे भी बिल्ड कराएंगे। और बेस्ट पार्ट, इसमें रिव्यूज बहुत पॉजिटिव हैं। ऑलरेडी 80,000 स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे हैं और अपनी इंटर्नशिप भी लगवा रहे हैं। क्या पता नेक्स्ट तुम हो तो जल्दी से एनरोल करो, क्योंकि ये ऑफर लंबे टाइम तक नहीं टिकने वाला।
Just catching up in terms of the scoring rate. Sri Lanka were ahead 66 for 1, Pakistan 53 for 1, but it was 69 runs onward. Sri Lanka's batting collapse started with the second wicket and onwards.
again, as we saw in the first two games, Tanit Lianage has been introduced into the attack. Guruj, on the day off, you were out playing paddle. I heard he beat you.
Right, Russ. Once again, I'm absolutely confused. He beat me at paddle.
your partner.
Couple of runs in the outfield. Well, I can tell you one thing. Zainab and me were a team and nobody's beaten us at paddle yet.
Well, he doesn't play the pedals as much, Babar Azam. But Fakhar Zaman runs around the wicket today.
Glorious from Fakhar. Very strong off the legs, but when you throw up something around the off stump, he can drive the ball exquisitely as well. 50 partnership comes up between Fakhar and Babar.
Face of the bat, hitting through the line more crisply today rather than the close face of the bat. That's allowing him to score in more areas than he usually does.
He's very strong off his legs, as are most left-handers, especially the nature of batter that Fakhar is. Very attacking, and he accesses a whole range from long on all up to the way behind square on the leg side. Throughout the series, the bulk of his runs have also come into that leg side. Have a look at it. 80% of the total runs he scored into the leg side, all the way from the bowler to the keeper. So accesses a whole range.
Consistent though with his game plan and the fact that the face closes, leg side dominant, but more runs through the offside. That's what's making it a little harder for the bowlers to bowl at him.
Could it also be a case of Sri Lanka just missing a trick? Even the second game, we saw both seamers with the ball swinging into Fakhar's pads were starting too straight, too many wides down the leg side for Fakhar Zaman. Just haven't seen them test him with a short delivery. Got out on a couple of occasions in that South African series, Fakhar Zaman with the short delivery. And the other thing, where he tends to just, without moving his feet, slash hard. The off stump region normally gets caught, backward point or gully region. Just feels Sri Lanka have missed a mark, missed a chance there.
The second ODI, let's not talk about it because the two fast bowlers were awful. They got it totally wrong. But here, Madhushan got the ball to swing on a couple of occasions. The swing disappeared fast, but he picked up the angle well and went offside rather than the hack. So that's been a difference from Fakhar Zaman, but I'm seeing more control here today. You're telling me you didn't lose at paddle? I thought he beat you.
Well, no chance so far.
I meant your opponent.
Yeah, our producer, Robert Russell, Mr. Brandon, all the way from South Africa, took them down in 3 sets, 63 for 1. .55 the partnership, and it's come at a decent rate. 49 deliveries. Fakhar eyeing another half century, would be back to back. Just found his range, found his timing, looking a lot more assured in this game. Quick run. Just makes it home.
You were crying out for a short ball. He tried it, but he got the line wrong. When you bowl it outside the eye line towards the offside, can be put away. You see it, you have the freedom to use your hands. Ideally, you've got to be at the batter's throat, cramp him.
Another quick single calls very early, Babar Azam. In spite of mid-on being quick to that, he would have still made it. So this is very good running for Pakistan. The calling has been spot on. Let's pick up on stump Michael. The hurry between the wickets, very good.
Well, I wouldn't delay Van der Sar any longer. Before the Duke comes in, give him a go, see what he can do. Get a bit of a tweak on it. But I do feel for Van der Sar, Shan Malinga, they sit out, wait for that opportunity, and then coming to bowl. It's going to be hard without runs on the board. They immediately have to deliver match-winning performances. And they'll be judged on that. They'll think, oh, he played the third game, but he went for many. But when you don't have much to chase, the batters are at ease, aren't they? The pressure is not there. And they'll be judged. So to be fairly judged, they've got to have a chance with runs on the board too. So hence, I do feel for Van der Sar and Malinga. Van der Sar especially always has to wait for Hasaranga to get injured. Imagine sitting on the bench. Is he going to get injured? Is he going to do a hamstring? He's 35 years old. Last played in November for Sri Lanka.
Just have to see how quickly the stand-in captain today, Rosal Mendes, does bring him on. Van der Sar will be his 29th. It is his 29th ODI. It's 40 wickets in his ODI career. This Jags back in. Good pace from Malinga. 66 for 1. Pakistan required 146. A required rate 3.95. It should be fairly straightforward. There is still a long way to go. 66 for 1.
Look, it's Jeffrey
Van der Sar with his leg break. 40 wickets in his ODI career. Plenty in his first-class career. And can he create an impact here?
6 for 33, I believe, was against India not too long ago. 13 wickets in his last 6 games that he's played. Not consistent or continuous games, in and out. And the way this series has panned out, Sri Lanka on their travels have really struggled. Bangladesh, New Zealand, and now here in Pakistan. But dominant at home. It's to do with the conditions where the part-time spinners come into it. Therefore, they gotta have to think of the team balance and how they're gonna go forward. But the record away from home definitely underlines the fact that that's an area they're gonna have to be aware of and have different options available.
Pakistan also similar. Have a very good record at home. Always on the cards. Fakhar Zaman, second delivery, faces to Van der Sar, one bounce into the fence.
That's the way to do it. Winder save. Just spoke of the fact that he's always in and out. Put him under pressure.
हाँ बोल बेटा करण।
क्या? जिंदगी की रोज की दौड़ में हम अक्सर चीजें भूल जाते हैं
अंकल,
पर अच्छा लगता है जब कोई आपका ख्याल रखता है, जैसे कि आरबीआई ख्याल रखता है आपके अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट्स का।
अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट मतलब?
वो बैंक खाते जिसमें 10 साल या उससे अधिक से कोई लेन देन न हुआ हो, ऐसे खाते आरबीआई के डीईए फंड में चले जाते हैं।
अपने बैंक के किसी भी शाखा में जाकर अपना केवाईसी अपडेट कराइए
और अपना अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट वापस पाए।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए,
सतर्क रहिए।
His fifth 50 against Sri Lanka. He does not have 100. I shouldn't have said that. That's against Sri Lanka.
Russ, by your track record, yeah, maybe today is the day. 73 in the previous game. Very well made 50 this evening. Just of the 39 deliveries, 7 fours. Appreciated by one and all. Experience at the top of the order.
Oh yes.
His turn stayed low and is the end of the over. 74 for 1.
Very solid looking start. Very, very solid looking Pakistan response. 74 for 1. Fakhar Zaman moving quickly. Malinga. Ishan Malinga, just 24 years of age. Hails from Ratnapura. Famous for gems in Sri Lanka, Ratnapura. Where there's so much mining done. And this is a gem that Sri Lanka has unearthed in the form of a cricketer. Already played for Sri Lanka at T20 cricket, played one-day cricket, has figured in the IPL, so he's got a fair bit of experience. Skids on, very crafty and thought of highly.
Well, he's got pace. Still 23 years of age, so time on his side. He'll learn a lot from this tour also. Stocky, fast bowler, generating good pace. A little bit wavered on that occasion. He's bowling in the 140s.
He's someone who skids on to you. He's not a tall lad, but he can surprise you with the amount of pace, as you said. Generally averages in the 140s. Skiddy fast bowler. Gone fine. That stayed down. Only a single.
That's the area where we have seen on few occasions, even in the first inning, that the ball kept a little low. The odd one just takes off from that region. Was very close. It's off the stumps. He's just closing the face of the blade. That's what you don't want to do. You want to just, if the ball stays low, you like to just show the full face.
He's having pace. Look at the carry through to the keeper. It's called a wide, but banged it in short.
Maybe a touch over Fakhar's head. He's definitely showing promise. He's got pace. A rest of the thing can be learned because he's young.
Moment with Vigotel Mobile. Well, it's a crowd selfie moment, in fact, with Vigotel smartphone. Well, you spoke about e-learning, Waka. What are your first impressions and what do you think you want to try and do with him a little bit? In his run-up, you've seen his action. It's down the leg side that time.
One thing is for sure, I'll make sure that he keep bowling in these 140s, because what happens normally to the faster bowlers is they get injured and then they lose pace and they start sort of learning the art of swing and too early in the career. I think if you're a fast bowler, just stay as a fast bowler. Yeah, he's got a decent stride in. The last stride I always keep an eye on, because if you have a bigger stride, doesn't matter if you're a short guy or a tall guy, bigger stride always helps. 15 gone, 78 for 1.
Well, we're talking about the percentage in terms of contribution to a team score. So we're talking of Babar Azam scoring 6,467 in 136 innings, and he's contributed 18%. Oh, hit straight and down the ground. That goes for 4. Again, a good start to the over for Pakistan.
Safest shot in the book. Big stride in and made sure that he hit it straight over the bowler's head. Mid-off, mid-on, both standing a little wide, so the gap was huge. He's looking really good. Looked a little scratchy in the first game he played. This might be out. Yeah, beautifully taken. Had to dive in front. And Vendese will be very, very pleased with the effort. Didn't time it.
Well, he's there for a purpose, and that is to get wickets. And Vandese is the attacking bowler. If you were wondering why he's looking to toss the ball up, looking to entice the batter, that's the reason. He is looking to attack. He's looking for wickets. So gave it that loop. Fakar Saman didn't give him pace, so had to drag it from well wide outside the off stump. Excellent catch. So he goes, Fakar Saman, for 55 of 45. Pakistan, 82 for 2. Also time for some drinks.
Look at that aggression. Riyan Sharia gone for 30 for 1. India A.
I feel powerful. नया ग्लाइकोलिक ग्लॉस बाय लॉरियल पेरिस ग्लाइकोलिक एसिड के साथ जो हेयर क्वालिटी रिस्टोर करे 3 गुना ज्यादा ग्लॉस के लिए गेट द शाइनिएस्ट हेयर ऑफ योर लाइफ you're worth it
আলুর তরকারি খেতে দারুণ কিন্তু লুচি খুবই গরম।
एक সমাধান
যখন বাড়িতে আনছেন ফরচুন কাচ্চিঘানি খাঁটি সরষের তেল তখন সঙ্গে আনুন শুধু ফরচুন রিফাইন্ড সয়াবিন তেল। ওজন বাহিনীর কথা মান।
ইন্ডিয়ার নাম্বার 1 জোড়িয়ান।
Scores at a strike.
Not a very good record in 37 games. 37th game, he's just got 150. That's 62 not out to his name. So this is an opportunity for him. The selectors have given him a chance to impress them.
What it also does is give a complex problem to the bowlers because suddenly there's a left-hand, right-hand combination. So a little bit of a tweak to their plans when it comes to the bowlers. There you go. Already Irfan Khan Niazi says, I'm going to go to mid-off.
It does make a difference. I think it does make a difference if there's 2 left-handers or 2 right-handers as well, because everybody's got their own style of playing cricket. So you've got to keep thinking how to outthink them.
Watchful, careful. That's the need of VR as well.
Yeah, and you can't be rash.